Hello students of 7th standard, we have started the lesson, that is lesson number 7, motion, force and work. See, motion, force and work. Up till now we have studied some points. Today we are going to study new points. See there, page number 48, acceleration. In previous example what we have studied, see there, truck covered a distance AB at a velocity of 60 kilometers per hour. That truck has covered the distance AB or having a velocity of 60 kilometers per hour. BC at 30 kilometers per hour. BC how much it has covered? In 30 kilometers per hour. And CD at 40 kilometers per hour. It means that velocity of the distance CD is greater than the velocity of, you can say, BC. As we have seen the velocities, the velocity of the CD is 40 kilometers per hour and that of the BC it is 30 kilometers per hour. Now whenever we are comparing both of these, we see that CD has the greater velocity because it has covered 40 kilometers per hour. See there, from the number of the seconds required to the change in the velocity to take place, the change in the velocity per second can be deduced. Now, from this number of seconds which are required for the change in velocity, to change this velocity, how much, you can say, number of seconds are required. From this we can deduce the change in velocity per second. That means we can find out the change in velocity per second. This is called as a acceleration. That means acceleration, how you can give? Acceleration you can give as change in velocity upon time taken for the change. This is the expression for the, you can say, acceleration. You know that truck driver increases or decreases the velocity of the truck by means of the accelerator. That means whenever a driver is driving the car, he takes help of the accelerator, and with this accelerator what he is doing? He is changing his speed. That means if he want to increase the speed, he will increase it with the accelerator, and if he want to decrease the speed, then also he is using the accelerator. Then see, you might have seen a toy car that runs on a, you can say, clockwork spring. See, there is a, you might have seen whenever you have played in your childhood, you might have seen the toys whichever are having the spring. What happens? How much we have given the key, that much only these toys can play. After that, whenever the key is finished, they stop to play. Then see, when it is released on a flat floor, after winding up the spring, it goes straight line. Whenever you see that, whenever you release such type of a toy onto the floor, what happens? It goes, how much key is given, that much it travels, or you can say that much it moves. However, when it is hit to one side, it changes direction and keeps going. So what happens? If it has collided with the, you can say, wall, what it does? It changes its direction and again it starts to play. That is the thing of the toy. Then see, if it collides into wall, it stops. What happens? Whenever it is colliding with the wall, it stops, and then again it changes its direction and then starts its play again. Because what happens here? It means that the velocity is changed. Now, hereafter when it changes its direction, that means its velocity is also changed. How did this change take place? It happens because the car comes in contact with something external to it. Why this happens? Because the car has come in contact with some material, and so it changes its direction, or you can say so it changes its velocity. On a football ground, how does the direction of the ball moving in a straight line change? We see some player changing in direction by kicking it. When is the direction change? The velocity of the ball changes. That is, it says an acceleration takes place. Whenever we see in the football ground, there also we see the ball which is going straight or which is hit by the player. Suddenly it changes its direction. That means here you can say there is a change in velocity for that time period. So this is nothing but this is also called as a acceleration. The interaction that brings the acceleration, that is nothing but a force, and the force is acting on the body to change the direction. The unit of the acceleration is nothing but meters per second. Verify this. Take a glass marble and let it roll on a big smooth table top. What you have to do, you have to take a glass marbles and you have to let it roll on the, you can say, one table top. After some time its velocity will decrease. First, the marble goes, you can say, goes in with a speed, and after some time what happens, the speed is decreased. That means the velocity of this body or of these marbles, they are decreased. Then see, on a carom board, the carom coin pushed by a striker will move forward some distance and then come to stop. Whenever we see on the carom board also, whenever we are striking the coins with the striker, what happens? Whenever we strike the coins with the striker, the coins move for a certain distance and then they stop. If the coin is pushed after applying talcum powder to the carom board, it will keep on moving for a longer time and then come to stop. If we apply their talcum powder, what will happen? This coin will move for, you can say, distance, keep on moving for a longer time and then it will stop. What can we refer from this? The velocity of the coin decreases due to the force of a friction. That means whenever the friction is applied, what is happening? The coin is stopped. That means whenever the force of friction is applied to it, it will stop. The friction between the carom board and coin is reduced. The friction between the carom board and the coin is reduced. When it is reduced, whenever you are applying the talcum powder to it. The coin whichever we see is moved for a longer period because there is the force of the friction is decreased after applying the talcum powder. It would mean that no force of friction is acting on moving body. It keep on moving with a constant velocity. That means there is no force of friction is acting whenever the talcum powder is applied on it and the coin starts to move or it moves with a constant velocity. The scientist Sir Isaac Newton was the first to study force and resulting acceleration. He was one of the scientists who studied the force and the resulting acceleration. Newton's first law of motion. No force is acting on a body, its velocity does not change. The body does not accelerate. So what he told, if no force is acting on the body will not change its velocity. It will not change its acceleration. Then see, or the body will not accelerate. It was told by Sir Newton. In other words, if a body is stationary, it will remain stationary, and if it is in a motion, it will start to move in a motion with some velocity and in some direction. Suppose if a body is stationary, if no force is applied to it, it remains stationary. That means there is no any direction or no any velocity. But whenever you can say particular body is moving, then it has a particular velocity and it is moving in the same direction. You have learned that what is meant by the force. You have seen that the body is accelerated due to force. We have seen what is meant by force or how the force is applied to the body. We have also seen that body is accelerated due to the force. Suppose you place 1 kilogram standard weight, see the chapter on the measurement, on a surface with no friction and pull it and with an acceleration of 1 meter per second. Then the force applied will be 1 Newton. Then see, place a weight of 1 kilogram on a smooth wooden table. Spread some talcum powder evenly on the table. What you have to do, you have to place a, you can say, weight of 1 kilogram on the smooth wooden table, and you have to spread a talcum powder evenly on the table. So what will happen, see there, 1 kg weight with an acceleration. Now you have to pull the 1 kg weight with an acceleration of 1 meter per second. Again pull it with an acceleration of 2 meters per second. Then what will happen, see, it means that now you have applied the force of 2 newtons. You will have to take trials for this experiment. The force is measured by the acceleration that is, you can say, produced. If we, we have learnt about the relationship between the displacement of a body resulting on the force applied to it and work is done. What we know, see, whenever a body is moved from one place to another place, that means a force is applied to it. And to move the body, whenever we apply the force, that means the work is done. So we also learn about the work energy relationship, and that ability to do is nothing but a energy. Then see next one, force, displacement and work. There is a figure given 7.4 in your textbook. See what is there? A string attached to a wooden block on a table is passed over a pulley. There is a, you can say, wooden block is attached to a string, and this string is passed through the pulley, or you can say passed over a pulley, and it is tied to a weight. On applying a sufficient weight, the block will be seen to move. If you apply a sufficient weight to it, then the block will move. Which force is being applied here? How can this force be increased? What will happen on applying more force? When we can say that the work is done by applied force. If the block moves forward, we can say that it is then displaced. Suppose if the block moves by a certain distance, then we can say that it is displaced. Due to the displacement, we say that the force has been done. If there is a displacement of a particular, you can say, substance, then we can say that the force is applied and therefore the displacement has been taken. And to displace this body, the work is done. So can we measure the work? We can. Now we know that work done depends upon the force and displacement. So there is one relationship which is given here. See here, work done by a force is nothing but force F applied to the body into the displacement S of the body that takes place in the direction of the force. So this is, you can say, expression where we can say W where work done by the force is nothing but W is equal to force into displacement, that is W is equal to F into S. We can give the expression. In SI unit, the unit of a work is nothing but joule, while the unit of force is nothing but Newton, and the unit of displacement is nothing but meter. In the CGS system, the unit of a work is nothing but earth. So, if a force of 1 Newton parallel to the surface of the table is applied to the wooden block on the table, then the block will be displaced by 1 meter. That means if we apply a force of 1 Newton to a block, then the block can move or it can do a displacement of 1 meter. Then it is said that a force is applied on the body and work of 1 joule is, you can say, done, or work of 1 joule is done to move the, you can say, wooden block from one place to the another.